Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
My mother told me, she said, you never hit a man where he's weak. Never. It could be true, it could be real, but you don't hit him where he's weak, because it'll turn around on you. You can get him to do what you need him to do, but you never hit a man where he's weak, because they never forget it. It lives with them.
Ooh, who was that? Judge Lynn Toller. Judge Lynn is a beautiful woman, by the way. Just thought I know she's married, but I just thought I'd share. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, the voice of reason is back in here to irritate your spirit. Yes, but in a positive way. I'm here to irritate your spirit in a positive way. I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm going to tell the truth. Right? The best that I know it, it to be true. But I feel like tough conversations need to be had. The VOR, the voice of reason. I try to come from a reasonable perspective. But because I'm a human being, I know that my perspective is flawed. People come in here asking to be on my show. They be like, yeah, I want to come on your show because I don't agree with everything you say. Well, that's fine. Well, come on. or call in. Listen to the show, you don't have to agree. It's not a prerequisite for listening to the show. Okay? All right? I want you to listen to the show. I want you to push back. Tonight's topic. Let me start by saying this. I mean, no offense, but these are the difficult conversations that must be had. I mean, no offense. I loved my big mama. Boy, I gave her hell. She gave me hell. I guess I'm a kid. I shouldn't even. She didn't really give me hell. She was trying to correct me. I get it. But I loved my big mama. I loved her to death, man. You know, she was amazing to me. So don't take offense, all right? But this is a national discussion. And I want you to call in and share your thoughts. Andy, did your big mama have a nickname? Did you call her Nana or Granny or Grandma? Well, it was my great-grandmother, so we called her, for me, she was my great-grandmother, so we called her Big Mama. You know, my granddaughter, she calls her father's mother Granny, and she calls her mother's mother Nana. And I just thought that was cute because, you know, for as long as she's been able to talk, she made a distinction. She was like, this is Nana, and that is Granny. I thought that was amazing. But tonight's topic is going to be difficult, so let's buckle in. Was Big Mama the matriarchal madam for all of the women in your family? Get ready. Did Big Mama teach you how to secure the intimate bag through trauma-based survival guidance? Damn. This intriguing episode delves into survival strategies, transactional concepts, and passive-aggressive prostitution within insecure and survival-based relationships. I'm sorry. I have to have this conversation. Don't be mad at me for having the courage to talk about the things we avoid. This is part of what I call our collective individuation. We gotta have conversations about those things in the shadows. Let's pull it out. Now look at it today. High value man or high risk math? How generational trauma disguises fear as standards. Your psychological insight. Attachment research, Levine and Heller, show that anxious, avoidant bonds crave financial security as a proxy for emotional safety. Lord, 1-800-920-1580. This feels like Monday, but it's the end of the week. Let's go. Let's go. What many call standards are often covert survival or algorithms encoded by grandmothers who knew hunger, who knew lack, who knew scarcity. Gosh, your psychiatric insight, hypervigilance activates the amygdala and rewards risk reduction behaviors, making provider checklists feel like love when they are neurochemical panic plans. Your metaphysical insight. Of course, Dr. David R. Hawkins calibrates fear at 100 on his consciousness grid or scale. Any partner criteria rooted in economic anxiety locks love below the vibration of authentic union. Here's your cultural anthropological insight. The plantation's auction logic still echoes in modern dating apps. Status markers simply replaced skin tone price tags. Gosh. Your clinical evidence here. According to Pew and the CDC data, It shows that black women with the highest income independence report the greatest relationship stress, proving that financial standards do not immunize against inherited terror. Oh, gosh. Are y'all ready for tonight's topic? Was Big Mama, what did you call your Big Mama? Some people say Gigi. Some people even call Big Mama Mama. I'm interested to know, what did you call Big Mama? Did Big Mama give you relationship advice that was based in manipulation, which is based in survival? Are y'all ready for tonight's topic? I don't know if you are, but I am. The phone lines are open. 1-800-920-1580. The audit of the soul. From love for safety to love as freedom. Your psychological insight. Mark Wolin's research demonstrates that inherited trauma scripts can be interrupted only by conscious narrative reconstruction and somatic release. The narrative, the story you keep telling in your head. You got to break up with this victimhood narrative, with this is all or nothing. You got to break up with that. And then you have to release it from your body. The psychiatric insight, EMDR and somatic abolitionism, Minicum, shows that discharging the body's startle reflex is prerequisite for secure attachment. Your metaphysical insight, of course, Krishnamurti, when the image ends, the relationship begins. Y'all, hey, I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but this is one of them ones. Did you sign a grandmama contract? Oh my God. Did you? I'm just asking questions. I want to know. What did grandmama teach you? And I know she taught you from the space of loving you and caring for you and trying to protect you. She wasn't telling you these things, to hurt you. But maybe some of the things she told you was born out of her hurt. Is that fair? Love as black ledger, fear as hidden infrastructure. Forget the hallmark fable of family values. What most of us call love inside African American lineages is not, a neutral statement. It is a currency minted in terror and indexed to survival markets that have mutated for centuries, for 4 centuries, without losing their arithmetic. The auction block became the credit bureau. The overseer became the algorithm. The wedding vow became an unspoken insurance policy beneath every casserole and Instagram. Oh my God. Standard lies an encrypted spreadsheet of risk management designed by women who understood that affection could be collateral and that a soft smile might buy one more day of breathing room. How love became a derivative of terror. Listen, slavery, right? The black codes, i.e. the black laws, right? Jim Crow, segregation. Our black women have been under some type of tyranny from the system, and I'm not removing us as a source of terror either. So she had to evolve, adapt, and create some kind of way. Plantation pricing. 19th century New Orleans ledgers show lighter-skinned women fetching 30 to 40% higher prices Frances Cress Welsing warned that this fetish for phenotypes still shapes preferences, right? Translating colonial genetics into Tinder swipes. Listen, I'm here to tell you the truth tonight. Did Big Mama teach you how to get the most out of it? Did she teach you how to survive? My brother taught me how to survive. When I came back from foster care, my foster care life was wonderful. I still think about it. What would I have been if I stayed with the Bynums? Oh, they loved me and my brother to death. They couldn't have children themselves. They got rid of all of their other foster kids when they got us. They were not planning on giving us back. Until my foster mother ran into my real mother in the street, and she saw the weight on her shoulders, in her eyes, on her spirit. She said, I got this woman's babies. She was like, I gotta give them back. And it broke her heart to give us back. She did not want to give us back. She knew where we were going. She knew what it was. She was like, oh my God, this is a better life for them. It was kind of like, let me have them. Like, she already had us. She didn't have to give us back. But when we got back, my brother said, hey man, y'all can't be clean cut, cute, orange, auburn colored eyes, green eyes running around this piece. This is the projects. Y'all gonna get killed, oh nice, cute kids. No, we gotta fight today. Who's your best friend now? Oh, the dude's just standing outside. We finna go play with him. Oh, you gotta go fight him now. The training began. A lot of women had to adapt the way I had to adapt to the projects, right? Think about what our women were before white supremacy. Were they tapped into the spirit? Yep. Were they tapped into nature? Yep. So now you have this weird mix of modernity, of Western ideas and education with sprinkles of that spirituality. Whoo, Lord. Are y'all ready for tonight's time? I'm asking you because you got to get ready for tonight's time. Where is my brother? Where is he? I need to hear the pastor. Where's my pastor? T.D. Jakes. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Joy DeGruy calls this post-traumatic slave syndrome. Babette Rothschild calls it somatic memory. Resma Menakem calls it dirty pain. Whatever the label, the nervous system does not care. It flinches, it fawns, it feeds, and it flirts as if the auctioneer were still counting bodies by the pound. When I come forward, did your big mama teach you the game?
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutrition nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte. Let's preserve black land stories before they're lost forever. I want to personally invite you to be a part of something historic. As journalist in residence for the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, I've joined forces with powerhouse attorney and social justice champion George Fothery, the man who helped make history by delivering justice to the Bruce family in Manhattan Beach, securing the first known return of land unjustly taken from black owners by a local government. That victory was monumental, but it was just the beginning. For generations, black families have acquired land through grit, faith, and determination, only to lose it through violence, legal loopholes, forced sales, and systematic racism. What's been taken goes far beyond dirt and deeds. It's the erasure of wealth, identity, and legacy. That's why we've launched the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, a national effort to collect, protect, and preserve the stories of black land lost before they're buried, forgotten, or erased altogether. Because there's power in telling black stories, there is resistance in remembering, and there's justice in being seen and heard. This is where you come in. We're inviting you to be a part of this historic black narrative archive. If you or someone you know has experienced land loss, displacement, or forced property sales, your story deserves to be heard and remembered. Your story belongs in this archive. Your truth matters not just to your family, but to our collective future. Visit blacklandlost.org today. Fill out our simple intake form and add your voice to the National Archive of Remembrance, Resilience, and Reckoning. Let's make these stories live on, not in whispers, but on the record. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
You want some more? It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Everything you've given me, I always keep it inside. You're the driving force in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I could be, and it just wouldn't feel right. Never didn't have you by my side. Oh, you were there for me to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. And no one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, you know I love you. I love you, Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the stars. Yes, it is. Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul.
How do you deal with men who aren't truthful?
All men are liars. Just pick one who lies on a yacht.
Should women cook to prove their wife material?
What the fuck? The only thing I'm cooking is plans to find a man who can afford a chef.
Where do girls do if a guy's giving mixed signals?
Mixed signals? Baby, this isn't Wi-Fi. If it's not strong and clear, disconnect.
What's the fastest way to reject a man?
Ask him to pay your bills and take you shopping. He'll run faster than the speed of light.
Where can people learn more from you?
Baby, just follow Joey on the street.
How do you...
Who's taking advice from Big Mama? Is this generation devoid of Big Mamas? Ooh, 1-800-920-1580. The phone lines are stacking up from across the country. The matriarchal brokerage algorithm. Call it what it is, the grandmother contract. Offer nurturing plus strategic silence plus sexual availability in order to receive temporary safety, housing, and or social status. This was not prostitution in the narrow sense. It was matriarchal brokerage, a clandestine risk market where affection served as collateral against state violence. Patrick Carnes' work on trauma bonding explains the neurochemistry: danger, relief, dopamine, attachment. Chaos becomes devotion. Ooh, what descendants mistake for chemistry is often an ancestral hedge fund against annihilation. Modern upgrades, same math. The costume changes. The equation persists. Performance times compliance equals protection divided by autonomy. Ooh, high value man, secure the bag. Independent woman, all bright logos on the same plantation spreadsheet. Ghosting rehearses the sudden disappearance of chain gangs. Swipe culture reenacts the auction block's ruthless sorting with better lighting. Oh, God. The neuroscience of elegant loneliness. A 2022 Pew study shows black women amongst the most economically independent, yet reporting the highest relationship stress. Hyper-independence looks like empowerment, but often equals armored childhood, freedom without co-regulation, success without safety, intimacy without trust. In the name of sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce, what did Nana teach you? What did Big Mama teach you? Lord have mercy, I could do bad all by myself. Huh? I'm paying for everything. What good are you? Oh, Lord, when we come forward, the voice of reason, I'm going to the phone line.
Wrongs. Yes, you did. And you took up for me when everyone was down on me. You always did understand. You gave me strength to go on. There were so many times looking back when I was so afraid. And then you come to me and say me I could face anything.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams is lashing out at the media, accusing reporters of trying to undermine his re-election bid.
It doesn't matter what I say. You have your own agenda, and the agenda is to undermine my campaign.
Adams urged reporters to let him run fairly while polls show him at just 6% in a four-way race led by Assemblyman Zoran Mamdani. Black Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says more DEA and FBI support, not the National Guard, is behind recent drops in crime. Testifying before Congress, she credited added federal agents for backing local police and says she wants to keep crime trending down. And new court records show Black New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell and her former bodyguard will stand trial together in October 2026 on fraud and obstruction charges tied to an alleged affair. Both have entered not guilty pleas. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Celebrating 100 years, Mount St. Mary's University LA is dedicated to moving your life and career forward. Earn your undergraduate or graduate degree and become unstoppable. Find out how at msmu.edu.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready? Drop it! Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least like to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project.
Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do you do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Be friends first.
Mhm.
You have things in common. You could talk about politics, religion. You could talk about families, what kind of children that you like or don't like, things that you intellectually agree with. Because once when you are sexually attracted to somebody, you're not thinking about what they like. If their mother's a dope addict, if their uncle was some kind of disease in the family, you're not thinking about those things. You're wrapped up in sex, and you can't think when you're like that. You need to be friends with the person. You need to have things common with the person. If you're into basketball or skating or ice skating or going to the library, if you like to read books or write poetry, go to a poetry club. Go to libraries where you find people that's like-minded like you. And then y'all have fun together. And so we get along good. He said, yeah, we sure do. Keep it like that. Then when he said, you know what, I think I want to marry you. And he tried to kiss you and get you and all that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep it on the intellectual level. Shut it down. Like in that movie, clink, clink, lock it down. Said, no, we're not going to do that. If you want to marry me, then let's plan on a wedding. Let's have an engagement. Let's make sure he has a job. Find out what his financial, if he's smart enough to know how to save money. Find out if he's a spendthrift. And are you a spendthrift? You all have to have, these are things that people argue about. Sex is what, 8-10 minutes in the bed, 15 at most? After that, you're going to get out the bed. And if he's not real quick, he ain't going to be that long. But when you get out the bed, what y'all got in common? You argue about money. He like pork, you don't. He's a Muslim, you a Christian. All them kind of things, you need to find that out at the beginning to see what you have in common. If you don't have things in common, sex ain't going to hold a marriage together. If you get married because y'all just like to have sex and be in the bed, that ain't gonna work. Because he can get in bed with every other girl too and have fun. Y'all got to have a tighter bond than sex. And it has to be intellectual. Do the fool have a brain?
Do the fool have a brain? Come on, Mama. Mama was cooking. I loved every bit of that insight. Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, we got callers on the line. I want to know your thoughts on tonight's topic. Right? It's going to get deep. I already know. All over the country. Already. Tell me what you called your big mama. I want to know. What I call mine Big Mama. What did you call your granny, your grandmother? I'm very interested to know. And tell me some of the insights and jewels that she laced on you regarding relationships. Let's go. Attila, Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts?
Yo.
What up?
This topic right here.
Yeah.
I'm finna channel my granny. Don't make me channel one of my grannies. I might be channeling both of them, okay? What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. This is one of them ones.
No, you hit me with this one. I was like, okay, all right, okay. I had a whole brain fart trying to think of I was like, well, what have I been told? I mean, it's so secretive, right? But it's all good.
So tell me, what did she give you? What jewels did she give you? If she gave you any on relationships, she probably gave you many jewels on life, all kind of stuff. But what did she say to you about relationships?
So both of my grandmothers were actually really similar to the previous lady. That's part of the reason why I put the video in there, because she reminds me so much of my grandmothers. Definitely the advice on being friends with men, and I was like, I don't know, friends. What do you mean friends?
Be friends.
But the idea of this idea of really kind of taking your time with the man. Even my dad says it to this day. He always says what is it? Take a few seasons with him. A few seasons with him. I think he got that from my granny. But I think the biggest thing was more so about just how to be a woman of God. It's more so how my grannies kind of put it to me. And what's interesting is that lady just the example she used where she was like, he's a Muslim, you're a Christian, that's my parents. That was literally how I grew up. So I say all that to say, a lot of the advice they gave me, my parents also reiterated it. But mostly involving how to carry yourself, I think, in regards to relationships was the biggest thing. And understanding how to kind of resolve conflicts and things like that. But a lot of it I learned from them by example, to be honest. And you better wear a slip at church. If you don't wear a slip at church, it's a problem.
A slip now. Where your slip? Your slip is showing, child.
You better put a slip on under that dress. Now nowadays they make the dresses with slips, but anyway. But my granny was not playing about that. She did not want her granddaughters walking around with no slip under their dress. And every Sunday it was a debacle, which is interesting because my other granny was Muslim. She was with the nation, so. It's different dynamic.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. 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 Attila.
Where them questions at, though? You said you had questions.
That's what I was about to say. You got to stay on the line.
Come on.
And then I'm going to come back to you with because I got questions.
Yes.
So you stay on the line. I'm going to get these other callers. And then we going straight to the questions. All right? Is that fair? Okay, good. All right. Rev L. You already know, Reverend L. Yeah, Reverend Ratchet, Reverend L. Ratchet from Dallas, Texas. We went from Houston to Dallas. Come on, Rev. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, good brother? Where Reverend? Is he there? Reverend. All right, no, don't hang up on him. Just put him on pause. We'll come back to him. Let's get Sean from Oakland, California. Sean, real quick, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Well, I'll tell you this. When you are a parent and you're dealing with, doing the best you can to give advice, and also it's good advice for adults, which is pick someone. If you're going to really get married or be a partner with them and be in a serious relationship, you understand by your process of communication that they can deal with serious problems, because every relationship deals with problems. It may not be crisis, but probably. And you need to have that partner with you that can help you, and you work it through together. You're problem solving. That's what real good partners do. I've been married a long time, so this is what you do. You deal with the crap that comes in your way, and, you make it work.
Now, Sean, for a piece that's on topic, what did you call your grandmother? What was her nickname? Did you call her Granny? Did you call her Grandma? What was the name that you called her?
So my actual grandmother passed away before I was born, but my grandmother, who my grandfather was married to, was called Wilms. Wilma. But we called her Wilms. But my grandpa was Gramps.
I like that. Wilms. I love that.
She lived to be 98.
And did
she lived to be 98.
And did she give you any insight on dating or marriage, or did?
Oh,
yeah.
she was the one that just brought all the children in and would just give you this calm sense of positivity. She just would bring everyone. Everyone went around her, and all of a sudden your blood pressure went down, and you were just so happy to be around her.
She was the
Because
calming
that's
force.
really-
I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, Sean,
And I was so lucky.
Hey, let me tell you something, Sean. You made my day today. Do you know that?
Love you, brother.
I love you, Sean. I love it when you call in, man. Guess what you just did?
Oakland, baby.
Town business. Oakland in the house. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to check on Reverend L from Dallas, Texas, and I got questions for my niece.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
Imagine a world without heart disease and stroke, where every person has the chance to live a full and healthy life. Join us for a walk to save lives at the American Heart Association's Greater Los Angeles Heart and Stroke Walk, Saturday, September 20th at the Rose Bowl. Every step made and every dollar raised means more people learning CPR, more life-saving research, and more time with the ones we love. Sign up at heartwalkla.org. The LA Heart and Stroke Walk is sponsored by Optum, UCLA Health, Keck Medicine of USC, and Dignity Health.
When you turn to the Employment Development Department, we'll help you get there. Whether it's support for you and your family while you find a new job, or the resources to focus on your recovery after illness or injury, we can help you move forward. From support while you bond with your newborn, to helping serve your family while your partner serves our country. Your EDD. We'll help you get there. For more information, visit edd.ca.gov.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You all appreciate it. When I was young, me and my mama had beef, 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys, breaking all the rules. Shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poor than other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell. Who thinking elementary? Hey, I see the penitentiary one day. running from the police, that's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. I finally understand for a woman it ain't easy trying to raise a man. You always was committed, a poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it, there's no way I can pay you back. But the plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
We don't have to take off them men like they did. They had to stay with them. Then when you see them up in the paper where they celebrate the 50th anniversary, me and my sister were teenagers, we said, that woman doesn't put up with a whole lot of and that old man sitting there grinning like he getting a credit for it, like he been a good husband. Cause he done did that woman every kind of way. He got away with it, but she better not do nothing.
So it was more, they just really just, they just dealt with it.
Yeah, they go out with their chest stuck out. Like they done all this and that. They done beat the woman, stayed out all night. And back in them days, they had a girlfriend. Time they get paid, they wouldn't go home. They were going buying young women like buying groceries.
Right, and it wasn't really no gossip. It was a secret.
Yeah.
Y'all put stuff, they put stuff under the rug,
Yeah, they sure did. A lot of stuff I didn't tell. I still ain't told.
Right.
And I ain't gonna tell.
Yep.
I'm ashamed to tell it. Then a lot of people say, well, you stayed with him. They just don't know. They wasn't in my shoes.
Yeah.
You don't get 5 kids, go out the door with a string of 5 kids, stair step, and go run and get no help. You ain't getting no help. Everybody else is trying to survive too. And the ones ain't trying to survive, some of them don't want to see you do good nowhere. Some of them glad to see you get old man treat you any kind of way. Mm-hmm. And they be the very one to be after. Yeah. I got this man, he got a big house and a Cadillac and a good job. When I told my sister that, she said, yeah, try to take it. You'll find out every bit of it belongs to the wife and kids. Cause you ain't getting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But they bait them women up, make them think they gonna get all that. And women used to be stupid. Oh, I got me a man, he married up, he got a new car and a new house. What you crazy if I bragging for you ain't getting none of it? And open the mobile phone.
Hey, grandmama, come on. Oh, Lord, man. Oh, man, I felt her spirit on that. Gosh, reminds me of Emma Sue. Big mama, man. Lord, have mercy. But you hear her detailing how you got to be silent, how you got to shut down your emotions, and you can't really say nothing, and there's double standards. She laid a lot of stuff out. She said, I ain't gonna tell it because I'm ashamed to tell it. You come on, man. I got questions. And my niece is on the line. Let's see if my niece is really gonna answer these questions. All right, let's see if Attila Phillips. Let's see if she
Not
gonna.
the government, child. The government.
The
government.
Let's see. I'm interested to know. Let's see if you're going to knock these questions out of the park. Are
You said it ain't no wrong answer, so I feel like whatever I say, it should be that. You see, I got that from my granny. My granny was a great negotiator. Don't play with her. Okay.
I said what I said now.
And did. What you mean? Now sit here and eat these greens.
All right, here we go. When your grandmother warned, don't let a man leave you broke, was she passing down wisdom or transmitting the plantation's economy of fear and abandonment?
Depends on which one of my grannies you're talking about. I mean, if you're talking about my mama, she was just giving me game. She was just giving me wisdom because she didn't have to want for nothing with my papa. So I don't know. I mean, I think it could be a mix of both. It depends on, I think, the background of your granny, to be honest. And it also depends on what comes from that, because when she's saying don't let a man leave you broke, is that by way of someone financially taking advantage of you, or is that by way of your man being your plan? Because that's a different story.
Talk about it. What did Granny mean?
A man is not a plan.
Let me read it again. When your grandmother warned, don't let a man leave you broke, was she saying, go get your own money, go create your own career, build your own wallet up so you ain't got to worry about him? Or...
Well, like I said, in my family, like, education was paramount regardless. So that was before we even started talking about men. Like, you were already... Both of my grannies are teachers. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, you might be asking the wrong person. But in my family, like, education is paramount across the board. Did they want me to marry and have children? Of course. But I think, you know, because they're educators, that was just kind of like a given. It's like a default. The question was never, are you going to school? But, like, what school are you going to? You know what I mean? Like, and that's my whole family. Like, that's not even just my grannies. Like, I have several family members that are educators, still trying to get me in the classroom to this day. So I don't know if I'm the right person to ask for that.
You are.
I never got the idea that they were saying that you couldn't depend on a man. I think the idea was more so just to say that you should have your own. And I think part of that is because the women in my family are very self-sufficient, but not to the point of, like, you don't need him. That was never the communication.
I like where this is going. We don't lose no confidence now. You cooking. What you tripping on?
Dang.
This is good.
Confidence is always cured. Trust and believe. I ain't lost nothing. I got that from them as well. They don't play that.
Good.
These are former sharecroppers as well. We don't play that.
Come
okay?
on. So I got another question. In what ways do present-day dating practices reenact survival strategies forged under slave breeding economies? Now, slave breeding economies come from Joy DeGruy's work. So I'm going to read it again. In what ways do present-day dating practices reenact survival strategies forged under slave breeding economies? Talk to me. Wait.
Well, for starters, I mean,
wait. Think about it, and then I'm going to come back to you. When we come forward, me and my niece are going to continue this round robin of questions.
It was fair. No love for my daddy because the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father, he was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out and started really hanging. I needed money of my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty, cause even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love paying rent when the rent's due. I hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you. Cause when I was low, you was there for me. You never left me alone because you cared for me. And I can see you coming home after work late.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams is lashing out at the media, accusing reporters of trying to undermine his re-election bid.
It doesn't matter what I say. You have your own agenda.